Hi, I'm Lamarr Townsend, the Psychic Tarot Reader. I'm a Scorpio and I'm flirting with you right now. I hope you can see in my eyes that I'm flirting with you right now and that I find you highly attractive, and I may even want some sexy time with you right now. All of this is being conveyed through my eyes. So as you can see, Scorpio's flirting can be a bit intense, alright? This video is about how a Scorpio man or a Scorpio woman flirts, okay? But before I get into how a Scorpio woman or Scorpio man flirts, I need something from you. No, not that. I need you to hit that bell next to that subscribe button, and if you're not subscribed, I need you to hit that subscribe button. And I also need you to like this video, okay? Hit that bell so that you get notification whenever I go live and upload a brand new video. And also make sure you like me on my Facebook page, Lamarr Townsend Tarot, and on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. And also, if you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me or an astrology birth chart reading from me, then make sure you check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com as well. I'm available for bookings and I would love to read for you. So, how a Scorpio man or a Scorpio woman flirts? Well, I kind of wasn't kidding earlier. A Scorpio will stare at you as a way of flirting. I should know I have Venus in Scorpio, and whenever I find someone highly attractive or someone I find highly attractive, I can't help but stare at them. All right, it just is what it is. All right, Venus rules what you find beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. So if you have Venus in Scorpio as well, maybe you relate to this in me. But whether you have Venus or Scorpio or not, if you have any Scorpio placement within you, 9 times out of 10, if you find someone highly attractive, you tend to stare at them because it's almost like a creature you see in the jungle, and it's like a majestic creature that you find intriguing and beautiful, but you just kind of want to stare at it and observe it, to see all the intricacies of it and see all the idiosyncrasies, that, it possesses as well. You want to learn everything about that thing or that person that you find highly attractive. So a Scorpio that finds you attractive or a Scorpio that is flirting will stare at you, and they will stare at you intensely. They will stare at you like they want to maybe have sex with you, all right? And this is kind of a Scorpio's odd, intense, and sometimes creepy way of flirting. The best thing to do in these situations is to stare back and smile, so that the Scorpio knows that you're unassuming and that that they're staring and that you're actually okay with them staring at you and admiring your beauty. Because that's basically what they're doing, is that they're admiring your beauty, but they're taking it in such a way that they're dissecting it at the same time and trying to figure out exactly what makes it so beautiful. Another way Scorpio will flirt with you is by asking you questions about yourself. Scorpio is the detective of the zodiac signs, okay? Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars. So Pluto rules diving deep, okay? Pluto rules what lies beneath the surface. Pluto rules the subconscious. It rules our reactions to crisis and change, and it also rules soul growth and evolution and death and rebirth. So that Pluto energy seeks to get to the truth of a situation, seeks to get to the truth of a person, your triggers, your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears. Pluto wants to know all that. Mars, which Scorpio is ruled by both Pluto and Mars rules aggression, self-assertiveness, war. It also rules how we express our raw energy and our sexuality. So Mars gives Scorpio that kind of edge to actually be bold enough to ask, the tough questions like, what's your 401k? Or, how was your last relationship? Have you ever experienced death, in some way? Like, Scorpio is not afraid to ask the deep, kind of creepy questions that can either repel someone or draw someone in. So they want to know everything about you. And they'll ask you questions about yourself, all the while not giving up a lot of information about themselves. You're going to have to ask them questions about themselves, most likely. They're not going to most likely be willing, to give that up so freely. It's almost like don't ask, don't tell, don't ask, literally don't tell. But a Scorpio wants you to tell them everything, okay? So that they can, once again, figure you out. When a Scorpio finds something that they find attractive or appealing, they like to figure that thing out kind of like a Rubik's Cube. And once they figure out the algorithm, they can go finally, then go in for the kill. But up until that point, it's really kind of toying with something and kind of figuring out, is this something worth my time or energy? I'm attracted to it. I'm interested in it, but is this worth my time or energy? Literally like a cat. You know how sometimes cats will like find a toy that they find intriguing and they'll kind of play with it and toy with it at first, and then if it's like too difficult to figure out, they'll just walk away. But if it's something that the more they play with it, like they kind of get pulled in. Like that's literally a Scorpio with someone they find attractive, or that's kind of how they flirt a little bit. If that makes sense. It's like they'll kind of play with you a bit, and when they're not getting anywhere, they'll just walk away. But if they're getting somewhere, or if they find you more and more attractive or appealing, the more they kind of play, the more they kind of flirt. You've got that Scorpio, reeled in, honey. Another thing a Scorpio will do is that they can be very touchy-feely when they're flirting. So, they can, like to caress you and rub on you. And they also like to possess you in a little bit. So they like to kind of hold you and let, everyone else in the vicinity know that, they're yours and yours only. So they can be those types of people who can be very territorial with you as well, very possessive. But if you're into that type of thing, then, by all means, by all jolly, do your thing, girl or boy. But just be mindful, that, sometimes they can cramp your style a bit if you are trying to flirt with other people, or sometimes they can be cock blockers, all right? Or, yeah, I guess cock blockers is a good way of saying that, Scorpios. Because like I said, when Scorpios see something that they want it, honey. And they will go to no lengths they will go to almost any length to get what they want. But it's like they're a cat. So it's like they're not going to be obsessive about it, even though they have that energy. It takes them a while to get a little bit obsessive, but they can find something, or someone that makes them obsessive off the bat. But typically, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, a Scorpio is really, really good at controlling their emotions, controlling their reactions, so that they don't become too obsessive. Which, by the way, is one way of Scorpio's way of flirting, is by being a little bit obsessive about you. Some people actually find that highly attractive. Me as a Venus and Scorpio would find that a little bit attractive, but would also find it a little bit crazy because I'm a Capricorn Sun, Libra Moon, Virgo Rising. So it depends on the situation. But that's literally one way a Scorpio will flirt with you. And a lot of times they don't even realize that they're doing it. They don't even realize that they're being a little bit obsessive. It's almost like that kid who, buys you a Valentine's Day present and, at the same time always seems to have a present for you, and like is always kind of popping up randomly, like they're obsessive, but it's like kind of sweet and cute and a little bit creepy, but it's like, but he's cute and he's kind and, he clearly likes me. That's Scorpio's way of flirting. It's almost like Libra, but taking it to the extreme a little bit. Like very romantic, but like in a way of being very possessive. I think that's the biggest thing with these, Scorpios. They can just be very possessive, even with flirting. Like when they want you, they want it to be known to not just you, but to everyone else. Like this is me, so go find your own. So they can be those types of people too, like just very intense, but people can be attracted to that energy. Some people not so much. It depends, but Scorpio will figure it out, before you do, whether it's something worth their time or not. Because a Scorpio can read energy like a book or a second language. With that being said, thank you for listening and watching. This has been How a Scorpio Flirts. Scorpios out there, what are some other ways that you guys flirt? Let me know in the comments section below, okay? Non-Scorpios out there, what are some ways you've noticed that Scorpios tend to flirt that I haven't mentioned in this video as well? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, if you want your own personal reading from me, check out my website. Check out my website for your own personal reading at lamarrtownsendtarot.com. LamarrTownsend tarot.com for your own personal astrology birth chart reading or a psychic tarot reading from me. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell next to that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Also, follow me on my social media pages. The links are all in the description box below, by the way.